Brownsville Royal Knights. This is the Chess Puzzle Show, and here comes Coach Dave. What's up, Coach Dave? How you doing today?
Like I was saying earlier, just a little bit under the weather, but I got my Marysville Chess Club mug with some hot green tea to keep me nice and healthy. Those nice, antioxidants that chess players need. And you see underneath my name, you see my club's website, because that's something that looks like StreamYard put in there.
That's a plus. That's definitely a plus, because now they can see, whatever little message we want to send there, and you can just edit it out, as you like. You can put your email, your phone number, your website, whatever.
Yep. So
I love it. I love it. Good job, StreamYard, man. StreamYard is an awesome vehicle to use when you're doing any type of shows. I use this to do my online lessons. It's cool, man. It's cool. So you had the amateur, and you had a great performance. What was that?
Yeah. So
how many rounds was that? Was that 7?
So Amateur East was during President's Day weekend that Saturday, about a week ago. So what was that? Yeah, geez, that was the 18th all the way through the 20th. 2 rounds a day. The time control was game 100 minutes within 40 moves with a half an hour for sudden death if you made the time control.
If you made the time control.
6-round team event. So I wound up getting a 5.5 out of 6 rounds. The only draw I had was with a master from Connecticut, and I won the rest of my games. The team only performed with 3 points. We had 2 wins, 2 draws, and 2 losses. So
wow, not bad, not bad. Considering you guys are coming from different areas and you're coming together, although you know each other, but
we had two from New York, because it was a reunion team from my old chess club, the Young Knights that Alan Cantor used to run. So it's Alan Cantor from Tennessee. Ernie Johnson was on board 2. He lives in New York still. We had me from Ohio on board 3. Then my board 4, Mike, was from Virginia, and Mike's son Adam, who was in the Young Knights, is from New York as well. So we had a bunch of different people from a bunch of different states.
Wow, that's amazing. Well, let's start with some puzzles here, Brian. If you can come in, keep trying.
Also, my club is running an online event at 8:30. I did post it, I believe, on the bottom of the comments.
Cool.
So if anybody's interested, there's the link right there. Yeah. So if anybody's interested tonight in a little bit of, I call it Blitz Mania, because a lot of people in clubs love to play Blitz.
Yeah. There you go. There's the website right there on comments, guys. So if you want to play chess tonight, go on to leechess.org and you'll be able to get in. Let's see. Is Brian going to come in? Brian, you're running. I have a friend from New Jersey, Brian Gonzalez, trying to come in, but, I don't know. There must be a lot of traffic up in New York because he can't come in.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'll wait till the picture actually comes on, Brian, and then I'll bring you in. I think you're missing one step, and I think it's you definitely entered the studio, so you need to allow the camera and mic to come in. That's probably why it's getting you. So I'm going to remove you, but as soon as I see the picture, there it is. There it is. I see him now. Oh, God, man, there he is. I see you, Brian. Now I actually see you. But for some reason, it's not coming out on the StreamYard. But I see you in the bottom where you probably see me and Dave. I see you, dude. You're right on there. Got your beard going and the whole bit, man. So we'll leave him on for a little bit. Let's see if I share. Maybe he'll go in there.
Maybe.
But let's see what happens. Okay, let's start with a puzzle here. I know when Brian does come in, I'm going to share some of these puzzles that he wants to share with us. And let's see what we got here. So I wanted to do some puzzles on attraction, and that's when you create a position where you got to what is it called? You actually
that was easy.
Is it easy there?
Yeah, he's easy.
There. Hey,
wait, where'd he go?
Man, he took off, man.
He Houdini'd on me.
Oh man, what happened? You were there. You were here.
I'm like, he just did a Harry Houdini on me. I'm like, where'd he go?
Man. Yeah. Okay, just keep coming, keep trying, Brian. All right, so we got this puzzle here, and so it's white to move. I believe, yeah, it's white to move. Let's see. Let me make sure it's white to move. I don't see black to move. So let me. Yeah, it's white to move. Man, hold on. I'm sharing the wrong one. Hold on.
Yeah, I just say because I'm like I know the answer on that very quickly.
Yeah. Well, no. I see it, but let me remove this guy out of here. Okay, there it is. I see it now. All right. So here's the move. Sometimes, guys, like remember, I always say, look at the long range species and see how the long range species affect the area, right? If you have a knight, remember, it might consider a fork or something like that. And hey, how's it going? This is a beautiful problem, says Dave. Hey, look at here, Karina. Agustin says rook takes the rook takes the pawn. Good job.
Correct.
And of course, that is the move. The rook will eventually go to the open file. The rook blocks, and we have a checkmate. The pawn is controlling here, and the knight is controlling here, and we got us a checkmate. And where's Brian? Brian is still there. I'm just gonna put him in the card, and he'll materialize when he materializes. So good job, Agustin. Good job. Let me share another one with you guys. Hold on. Where is it? Oh my. Hold on, let me move my streamer just a little bit. There you go, so I can grab this. All right, we're doing puzzles courtesy of Lee Chess. Here we go. The bishops just moved to D6. He's aiming at H2 over here with the king's at, but it's only one piece. But it's white turn to move. What do you guys see here? Remember, sometimes there's a sacrifice to expose the king to check, just like we did in the first puzzle. Sometimes you create what I like to call a mate in one attack. Sometimes you just simply move a piece closer, and and remember, 3 or more pieces is considered a really good attack. Anything else you want to add to that, Dave?
Nope. This is an easy puzzle. Let's see what everybody has to say.
Yeah, let's see, Agustin. What do you got? Let's see what Agustin guesses to this. Let's see who else is here. Let's see. Okay. Hold on. There you go. So cool. Here we go. I was looking at it. Hey, Lydia, how's it going? And Gina Celeste, muy buenas tardes, muy buenas noches. Abrazos. Thank you for joining me. People from around the world joining in as well. We do have the YouTube running on ACTITUD y PASIÓN. There it is. It's on.
Well, good. Looks like we got 5 people. Looks like a good show so far, right?
Yeah, so far, man. It's been doing pretty good. Let's see. Do we need to share this now? We'll share this in a little bit. Let me make sure. All right. So we got the Russell Royal Knight page going, and we have my page going, and I'm sure, I don't know if you're sharing it, Dave, on yours. Let's see. Hey, here comes Brian. Brian's on there. Brian, I don't know, man. You need to materialize. You were in there like a bunch of times. I did get to see your actual face on it on the bottom, but I click on it, and when I click on it, it just shows the screen just shows all black, which you saw. Hey, Mario, how's it going? Hope you're not doing too much traveling. Hey, what's it going, man? Miracle, I'm trying to get on for Ryan. Yes, good job. Thank you, man. Chess months are awesome. Ryan, I hope you can get one of these. And there comes Brian, says, hey, everyone. Well, Brian, you can be a commentator on that side. Okay, so what do we got here? What do you see, Dave? What I don't see.
Oh, very simple. Really easy. Bishop takes on H3 check.
Yeah, a bishop takes. Hold on. Oh, well, bishop takes H7. You mean
H7? Sorry, my eyesight's not as great as it used to be.
Yeah, exactly. Bishop takes H7 check.
Then Queen H5 check.
Queen H5 attacking the queen,
and then Knight
G4. Right.
Yep.
Yeah, the knight, and then of course Queen has to take, and we have a win. We got a queen for a knight. Every day of the week, I'll trade my knight for a queen. Very good. And Mario's saying, there it is. Brian was saying, what did Brian say? Brian says, yeah, the queen to h5, very good. And Mario is in Houston right now. Oh, he's in Houston today. Hopefully he'll travel back tomorrow. See how it goes. All right, so let me share with you guys the next puzzle. Here we go. Brian also says queen to h5. All right, guys, so here we go. Let me show you guys this. The bishop went here to g3. Obviously, the queen can capture the queen, or maybe not. Yeah, the queen can capture the queen. No, the queen cannot capture the queen, because if the queen captures the queen, then we have the pin here, and we lose the. We get checkmated immediately. So white has some advantages here. Look at Brian. Look at Brian, man. He's Brian on the roll here. Brian is saying a sacrifice.
I agree.
Is always good because it opens up a square. Now look at why the sacrifice. Look at this pawn here on g6. The queen would love to land on that square. Unfortunately, the pawn on h7 is protecting. So the idea here that Brian is after is he's trying to get rid of that pawn on h7. So awesome job. It's a check. The king comes in, and of course the queen comes right there, the check. And what can we do? We have the check again. Oh, we have the bishop. Look at this bishop. Always look at the long-range pieces. I almost forgot to look at that bishop. So the bishop's taking care of this, and then boom. And Ryan and Agustin, this is from the system A, checkmate from the system A opening. Boom, boom. And there we go. We see that all the time. Does that make sense? Yeah. And that's, Brian basically said, take away the defender. And this is what he's talking about. Let me go back here. Where am I? Let me go back here. He's talking about this, right? This pawn is the defender of the pawn. So that's, that's what he's doing there. He already has a and he just sneaks into place, And really, if you want to think about it this other way, what do we want to do? We want to sneak the queen here, and then we want to go with the queen here so the queen can finally go maybe there. But that takes too much time, and by that time you get checkmated. So this is why you need the sacrifice, right? The sacrifice saves you a lot of temples, a lot of time. All right, so this guy promotes, and he's got two queens. We have one queen. What is the answer? This is an easy checkmate. Take away the defender. I bet even Alan could get this one.
Oh, Alan would get this in 2 seconds, like I did.
2 seconds.
Alan could do it like me, blindfolded. Alan doesn't even need to see the board.
Yeah, he doesn't even see the board. He'll get the right answer without seeing the puzzle. All right.
Alan just said it to me. Diva sack. Yep.
Yeah, Diva sack. Yeah. Here it is. A Diva sack. A queen captures the rook check. The king cannot run away. The king must capture. And since we have this battery going, the battery is attacking e8. So the rook just conquers b8 and queen. And there we go. Look at this. Oh, let's see. Let's look at this. We got this answer. No, I think you got it. I think you got the right idea. Karina is the. Let's see here. Oh, hold on. I can't see it. Oh, yeah, there it is because it's up there, right? So the move here is actually, yeah, I think you're trying to get it right. But it's actually just captured because of this battery here. Does that make sense, guys? Because of this battery. Now, if you do it the other way around, I mean, I don't know if that's what you're trying, but I think you're answering after. If you go here, you're going to lose. What would you lose to? You would lose to this check, right? The rook has to come back, and actually, you're still doing okay. No, you're actually winning, right? Black's actually winning. Yes. So that would be terrible, right? That would be terrible. If you go here, definitely check, right? The rook has to capture the queen. The rook captures the queen on the other side, and you still have another queen left. Yes, bad news. Yeah, that's true. Very cool. Right? That makes sense. So this is why the best move here is sacrifice the queen, expose the king to another check, and actually it would be the final check, and it's bad news for Black because he is in checkmate. Makes sense? Sacrifices, guys. Learn them. What to use them. All right, the queen's sneaking in close to the king. Look at that. He's attacking these 3 squares. What can we do here? Think about this one. What can we do? We have bishop on the white square, queens on the white square. They're with similar position. You know, the rook spinning the bishop. Here, the king is overloaded. The king is protecting 2 pieces. He's protecting the bishop. He's protecting the pawn. But I don't know if it would be worth it or not.
This is easy. It takes a little bit some thought, but it's not bad.
Right? So think about this. Sometimes whenever there's an unprotected piece, guys, find a way to fork it, pin it, skewer it, whatever.
Okay. Now there's 2 moves, but there's one that's better than the rest.
Right. So let's see what you do here. What do you guys think? I guess Brian came up on trying to give it.
Because remember, there's 2 correct moves, everybody.
Yeah. Brian says rook takes the bishop. Check.
That is correct.
That is correct. King captures. And then, of course, from here, you got to follow up. So you have this check and you have that check.
But you have to play the
control it, the whole line. So you would go check here. He
then
goes here. And then when you have 2 pieces in a straight line, guys, this is just my stuff. When you got 2 pieces in a straight line, you want to get on that line. Either on the other side here of the rook or on the other side of the king or somewhere in the middle. Either in the middle, you're creating a fork. In the middle, you're creating a fork, right? Over here on the end, you would be creating a pin. And the other one over here, you would be creating a skewer. So, you know, I mean, I'm not saying this exact same thing, but you think of those lines, 2 pieces in a straight line, and you can create some of that. And of course, the answer would be here in the middle, creating a fork. King moves away, whatever. The king moves. I don't care where he goes. And, of course, you get this. And now he's got the check, but what do we do here? Where do we go? What square is the safest square for the king? Because remember, when you're in check, you just don't move the king away. You don't necessarily block, but you got to move the king to a safe square. So in this case, what is the safest square for the king? And remember, black can maybe create a perpetual check. And if he creates perpetual check, he gets a draw. Black is losing. You know, Brian says, yeah, we're up a piece, but hey, we cannot allow a perpetual check. So Brian says Queen F3. That's right, because down here, let's see, he went down here. Look, watch, this would be one move. He goes here. We got one position. He goes here. This is the second position for this here. He will go here. This is the second position for this.
Yeah, but you can block with the bishop, Ray. Block with the bishop.
That's true. That's true. All right. So let's say he blocks with the bishop. Then we have this check, and he's got to move.
Nope.
Maybe he
there you go. Right in the corner.
And he's cool. So, Mac, maybe that is the best move.
That is the best move, right. Correct. Okay. To block with the bishop.
Right. Now, let's see. Let me go back to that position because, unfortunately, when you're... Okay, there it is. Okay, so he goes check. We go there. What else can we do? There's no check here. There is a check there, right? And that's about it. So if he checks here,
you push the pawn.
Push the pawn, right? We can go here, and then we sneak in there. And if he's got the only check he's got is these 2,
right?
And then look at this. There's no checks over here either. Because the started this line. So if he goes here, bishop blocks, and we are cool.
Actually, no, you can't block with the bishop. You have to run, Ray. You cannot block with the bishop. You forgot about the check.
Yeah. Because of this check.
Right.
Yeah, the king would be overloaded, right? So, no, you're right. You're right.
Run away.
We just run to a... Can we go there? No, we have to go down here, right? We have to go down there because when he goes here, again, he's going to go here, and we just simply run away.
You just simply run away.
Run away because now he's got no checks here. He goes check here, and then we just hide behind the queen, and we're cool. Or maybe we can go.
No, you hide behind the queen. You hide behind it. That's correct.
And he takes the pawn, right? He takes
the pawn. Then you push mate. Then it mates.
And then it
mates. Push the pawn
push pawn and mate because of this bishop. Look at this beauty. This was what happens when you have your pieces, you know, obviously when you have pieces developed and already aiming in the direction of the king. That checkmate came out of nowhere. That checkmate came out of nowhere. All right, so it happens. There we go. Okay, so what's the next move here? What can we do in this position? What tactic can we set up? All of these puzzles are designed, or the goal of all of these puzzles are to set up tactics, to set up force, to set up skewers, to set up checkmates. Sacrifices on the king, controlling the squares around the king is that looking at the unprotected piece, hunting or see what we can do with an unprotected piece, right? So let's see. We have the white pieces. What can we do with this situation?
All right, audience. What are we doing here?
Let's go there.
How are we going to get the win?
Mac is out of town and he's really busy. But Alexander, I don't know where Alexander's at today. And Agustin, what's up with you guys? And Ryan. All right, so E4? Oh, no. He's talking about something else. Brian's talking about something else. I go, E4, really? I don't think so. So what do you think? The queen is attacking G8. The pawn is attacking G7. So the king is already trapped there, right? So what can we do here? We want to get into a square. So we have
takes F4.
Yeah, right here, because we want to get the queen into this square. We want to get the queen here to this square to go here, right? Does that make sense? We want the queen to go here. There's a defender. So obviously Brian is correct. Brian says rook to F4. He's got it. And then after that, we simply go check. And he moves. We don't have this. So what do we do here? We win a piece, or what's the move here? All right? Just win the piece.
Yep, just win the piece.
And we're okay. Does that make sense? And then we could just go that. Yeah. Well, the thing is that the queen's guard in this square. Otherwise, we could go there. But unfortunately, we can't, right? So, but there we go. Let's go to the next one here. All right. Here we go. And the king has moved up to G7. We have two rooks attacking. We have the queen coming in as a long-range piece into the area, attacking and aiming at these two pawns. We have a pawn that's controlling F6. We can capture this knight, and that that would be okay, but I think there's better. We have too much power attacking. Brian says capture. Again, this is just like the first one. Remember the first puzzle we did? We had a pawn protecting a pawn. This is what you do here. Rook sacrifice. And very good. Agustin also says the same thing, and Brian says the same thing. So, hey, Texas and New York agree with that move. And then here comes the queen. With the check, the king moves away. And you have all kinds of check. You can move the rook here, check. You can move the queen here, check. You can move the queen there, checkmate. So you got three possibilities of checkmate here. So I guess we'll just go with a rook checkmate. Yeah, it's too overloaded, right? Is it overloaded, Brian? For where? Let's go back. Let's go back. Where are you talking about overloaded here? I don't know. Because the key's protecting two pawns, maybe? That's why? And, of course, we have that, and it's, like, too powerful. We have too many focal points. The focal point is a square where, the G5 was, a focal point is a square where checkmate will happen. And in this case, there's, like, 3 focal points, and it's, like, terrible. All right, so let's go to the next one, guys. All right, let's see if we get into some good positions so we can talk about some end game and stuff and some chess theory. So the pawn pushes. It's protected by the knight. It's on its way to promote. Plus, that was a discovery with the queen. Diva sack? Are you sure you want a diva sack in this position?
Yes, you do, because the knight covers with the fork check, and you get the queen right back.
Again, whenever there's a knight in the area, you want to look for forks. So you look, and again, you look for the unprotected piece. What's the unprotected piece? The queen. And, of course, from here you look, okay, if I could get my knight here, I'm going to be attacking. What other piece going to be attacking? I'm going to attack this. Obviously, the queen's going to move away. I might get the rook. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. But what if I replace the rook with another piece, right? So this is kind of like Brian sent me a puzzle kind of like this, but it was with rooks. But it's similar to the same. So diva sack, creating the check. The knight goes into check. The king moves, and of course we get the prize, and we end up with 3 pieces. We're still protecting the queen.
Actually, it's only 2 pieces. It's only two pieces, Ray. Because of the knight check. Remember, the knight forks back.
Ah, okay. So the knight forks. Okay, the knight forks, and we go right in. Oh,
No,
where do we go?
no.
We can't go here because then we lose him to the rook check, right?
Correct.
So we just have to move out of the way.
Right. And
of course,
knight takes.
he
Rook
captures.
takes.
We go here. He cannot protect the pawn, so that princess is useless. He might go here. We can protect.
Correct.
We can protect. King can't get close. The pawns are useless. He may try queenie. No big deal. He can queen. Say he got a queen on us, and we capture his queen, and no big deal. And then from here, guys, let's look at this end game here. Now, as I said before, let me put these on. And let me go here and let me put this on again. And remember, as I said before, the end game skills, guys. End game skills is exactly what this position is all about. In the end game skills, when you're winning by a piece, or maybe you're winning by 2 pieces, you want to go to this immediately. Stop thinking and just go straight to these ideas. Number 1, get rid of your problem. Who is your problem here? The rook. Number 2 is you attack whatever pawn is weak. So here's this pawn on G2 is weak, and this pawn on B2 is weak. Those are your targets. And of course, you want to get rid of the rook at all costs, right? And then of course, you want to create a pass pawn. So if we get rid of this pawn on G2, these 2 pawns become pass pawns, and boom, they can fly in there. And so that's one of the goals. So one of the goals is to get rid of this pawn here. Does that make sense? So that's what we want to do. And then once you create a pass pawn, step number 4 is to protect your pass pawn. Step number 5 is to promote the pass pawn. Once you promote, you have a checkmate between 4 and 6 moves. Guaranteed, guys. Guaranteed. This is this pattern that happens all the time. All right. Yes, important. Thank you, Brian. So what do we do here? What can we do here to win the rook? I think there's a situation. Maybe we can get the king. I was thinking the knight already going through that square. We have the king here. See, you always have to think. Okay, what squares can we land on? So what do you think here, Dave? What would you suggest? Do we go with the immediate check, or do we bring the knight into play for a possible fork here? What do you want to do?
You bring the knight in.
You bring the knight in, right? Because that controls this square, right? Let's say the pawn pushes. Oh, no, the pawn cannot push because he's losing this guy. Let's say that, I don't know. What would be the best move for rook here? What would be the best move for rook here?
You don't really have one.
All right, but let's find.
Really don't.
Play like Bobby Fischer here and find a win.
You're probably gonna have to push the A pawn. You have to push the A pawn.
Let's push the A pawn, right? So now,
and then black hits check.
Yeah, black hits check. He's got to go back here, right? Because if he goes here,
then it's over, right?
It's over. He can't go to that square. If he goes here, then the rook invades, and he's going to lose this pawn and create a pass. If he goes here, let's say he goes there. Well, we can go here first. Maybe he finds this square, and let's say this happens. What would you do in this position here?
Pawn shall be pushed.
You don't want to get rid of the rook?
No, not yet. Push the pawn. It's faster.
I was thinking maybe just
no. Leave the rook where it is.
All right. Yep. So he's got to come back, and the pawn pushes.
And then you push the other pawn, and then you just
right. Well, I think you have a better move than that one.
Or you can you play the knight then. Fine.
Yeah, you can put the knight. Oh, the pawn can't even push, man. So he pushes this pawn, right?
And then you play the other knight to G3. What is that? G. Yeah.
Right here. Right.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, you have a better move, guys. Come on, we can just go check. It's a fork. Rook takes, pawn takes, queen.
That's true.
That's true. Attack the G pawn. Okay, there you go. No. Yeah. You got it right. Attack the G pawn. Why attack the weak pawn? And that's where we go. Let's go back to that one because these. Believe it or not, sometimes when you solve puzzles, guys, and you get to these positions, let's say he goes here, you definitely capture. Let's say this guy comes down here this time. What is the move now?
Push the pawn. Doesn't matter which one. You can still push a pawn or play the check.
Yeah, I could go. I think I would go here, but I'd say the check to see where he's going to go because he might want to cross this line, and if he crosses this line, we definitely do this.
Yeah.
And then he takes and we take it. Let's finish that one. Let's finish that one. He goes here. King, don't push anything because look at this. You're controlling this whole line. Look at this, guys. Look at this. The pawns are controlling the dark squares. The knight is controlling the white squares, right? The knight is controlling the white squares. So you have created a barrier, man. The king can't cross anything. So you go for that pawn. If he moves here, then you're controlling here, and there you go. You can go there, or if not, you can go here first, right? And, of course, if he tries to do this, you can capture.
Yeah.
He captures, and you push this pawn, and, what's he going to do? He goes there,
then you push a pawn.
Which pawn? You push
Doesn't matter. Either one is favorable.
Either one, right? Because this one is further away, so he captures. Right. We have the check. He's got to run, right? Actually, you're right. You're right. We don't have to capture that pawn.
No, you can just push.
Because look at this. The square of the pawn. The square of the pawn. This becomes, he just goes.
Right, yeah.
He goes there, and then what do? We do have the check, or we can just push the pawn.
No, you play the check.
Yeah, who cares? He takes. I'm look at that check,
and
there it is. Blood. And it's over. Does that make sense? And Brian said, "Yeah, push the pawn, push the pawn." What did Brian say over here? But does that make sense, guys?
Yeah.
So these are teachable moments here. These positions, guys. I was doing a class with one of my students, with Alexander, and I said, in the end game, you got to know your king and pawn end games. You just got to know your king and pawn end games. So let's go back. So let's say he doesn't go there. Let's say you go check, and let's say he goes. He goes this way. So if he goes this way, what is the move?
Slide that rook all the way down. Hit the back.
Attack the buffet of pawns on the
the buffet. I like that, Ray. Actually, you're making me a little bit hungry there, buddy. So now, talking about a buffet right now.
Hey, if he goes here, what do we do? Do we capture the pawn on B or do we capture the pawn on C?
We capture the pawn on C.
Capture the pawn on C,
and then we go after the G pawn.
And then he goes, now we got the G pawn and he's down 2. He captures here, we simply push the pawn. He goes, he can't. He doesn't have that square because
you cut it all off. Exactly.
He's got to go down, right? He goes down. We go here. He goes here. We simply attack the key, and he maybe he can go there, right? He can maybe go there. And
try, but no habanero for him.
Watch. Look at this move. We have the check. Wherever he moves, we have a block. Oh no.
Oh.
Well, no. We missed the move. The move was first, go here. He comes down. Now we do a block. He goes here, and then we go here, and he goes check.
No habanero for him.
We can just hide. And we got it.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? And there's the queen. Man, either way you do it, man. Does that make sense? Guys, end game. You could be losing the game, and the player that has superior end game skills is going to come up on top. Would you agree to that?
Yeah. Sorry, man, I'm in the middle of a tournament, but it's funny because I have a teachable moment in the game that I'm about to finish. There we go. Back to tournament. That was a very teachable moment that I just had. But my opponent, it's a blitz game, but he gave me one pawn, then the next, and then I just ran right over him.
Right. Cool. Okay, well, let's look at this puzzle, guys. Come on. Ooh, I like this one. So, again, always look at the long range pieces and see where they're attacking. This rook is not attacking anything, but he's aiming at the queen. This queen is attacking the pawn, right? The knight, where's the knight going? Well, the knight can go here, the knight can go there, the knight can go there, the knight can go here, the knight can go there, the knight can go here, of course there. But, yeah, knight check. Yeah, and then I'm sure he doesn't mean this one. He probably means this one here. And yeah, he captures, we go there, the rook captures, and what do we do? Well, look at this rook. The rook is unprotected. So whenever you see an unprotected piece, fork, create a fork. And so, yeah, and the move would be right here. Oops, not a check. He doesn't like the check.
Yeah, check's no good. Check's no bueno.
So what's the move here? We have to push the pawn.
No, Ray. Hold on. Yeah, you can push the pawn. Yeah, you can.
Oh no,
Yeah,
it's the wrong check. It was the wrong check. It was the wrong check. Yeah.
Other check.
Is the other check. Now he goes here, and of course, we can push the pawn, whatever. Yeah, we can push the pawn. No, yeah, we have to get out this way.
Yeah.
We have to get out this because he's going to give us a check, and we hide in our little cave, and the whole bit. He pushes this pawn, and of course, through here we have this, and he hides, and we take the pawn. And when the king and a piece is away from me, it's gonna have. Oh, hold on, Brian says something. Brian says there's a better move. Okay, hold on, Brian. Let's see. He says there's queen to g5 check. Okay, let me see. Queen to g5. I don't. Oh yeah. That's what he meant. He meant this g5 instead of my b3.
Right.
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah.
I hear you. And then of course wherever he moves, we capture here. He goes down here. We have to push. Right? Yeah, we can push.
Yeah.
We can push, or maybe we can find a check. No. Yeah, we can go here. He goes there, and maybe we can go here. Maybe whatever. And we don't see anything. Okay, now we push. He captures, and of course, again, we have that check, or we can go maybe right in here, whatever, or we, I don't know.
I don't know. It's just no good for him. It's
here. We just captured the pawn. That's what we did, and of course, this rook is in trouble. Maybe he goes, maybe there. I don't know. Or well, he's not gonna just drop. Maybe he goes check. We go here, and maybe he moves up again, and we could just push the pawn, or whatever, and we're pretty cool.
Boy.
Well, actually, this is a position where you got to take some time. You got to make some right moves because it can still go wrong. Because the rook still can checkmate. It'd be hard, but at least it's a piece that can checkmate.
Is true.
Right, it's not like if it's a knight and a king. Well, it's not going to be able to checkmate. He's got to force to push the pawn, and of course he's got a pass pawn, so maybe he can recreate something. I doubt it, but it's a little tricky here, especially for students under 1200, even 1300. I would say it would be hard here because his king is protecting these pawns, so he's got a shield there. So I don't know. Maybe we could attack the rook, force the rook to move.
Maybe.
But eventually maybe coming closer, kind of sneak in. Boom, coming closer, and sneak in, and wherever he goes, and there we go. Now we got him. Well, no, not really, right? But what we need to do is we need to expose the king to checks. That's what we got to do because he's hitting there. So maybe just push the pawn and shield this box up, and then maybe come in here, and then I don't know. This is hard.
It can be. Whew.
All right, let's not waste too much time on it. Let's go to the next one. All right, so the pawn just took the pawn. All right, so what do we got? Oh, this is easy, right? Okay, this one's an easy one, guys.
Oh, real easy.
Easy. I the moment I saw it, I got it. So I would say less than a second. 3-move combination, guys. 3-move combination. What is the move here? Brian says queen. Yeah, queen takes queen. Very good. Queen takes queen. The king captures, and we get a free diva sack. Yeah, and of course we get the fork here, and if he blocks, then we get the rook, and of course maybe this guy develops. I don't know. What is the next move here, guys? Let's see who can give me the best move. Agustin, you got the next move here? What do you think? Think about it. Every time you're attacking the king, you want to activate more pieces into the attack. Bring more pieces into the attack. Right now, the bishop. Yes, Brian's got the right move, but I was hoping Agustin would get it. It's create. Yes. Oh yeah. Brian. Agustin got it, but it's castle queenside, bringing the rook to the D1 square, attacking the king, activating the rook with tempo, and the king is protected. Let's say the bishop blocks. what is the move here? Too bad this pawn's there, right? So what
Yeah, it
the
is
move?
too bad that pawn's there.
Well, we do have this pawn here. How do we capture this pawn?
First, you have to go after the knight.
Yeah, remove the guard. So maybe we can go here. So a lot of times in Scholastic, players.
They'll push the pawn in Scholastic every time.
They'll capture here, and of course you capture there, and you got them, right?
Yep, but that's what happens.
Or Brian says something else. Okay, let's go with this other one. Brian says, ring the knight. I like the knight too. Hey, Temera, ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo te va? Muy buenas noches de Colombia. I like the knight here too, because now he can establish himself here, and of course you have there, especially after this, whatever. But okay, Brian, you said there. Okay, let's create something. What happens if the pawn push? Do we go here? The Chile. ¿Qué tal, Chile? How's it going, Chile? So maybe we just move it back. Well, we have to move it back, and that would be a waste of tempo, man. So I guess we would go here. He captures, and we capture. That's okay. We're getting rid of the problem, right? Maybe the rook goes here. Well, there's the check, and he's got to go there, and I don't know. I think he's pretty well defended. Then double up the rooks. Well, okay, yeah.
Yeah, double up the rook.
Hey, there he goes. There you go. I knew there was a reason for the check, and now he's got problems. He's got to go here.
Wait.
And he's moving away. We can even capture this.
No, we can't capture Ray. The bishop's hanging.
Yeah.
No, the bishop hangs.
So we just go here.
You can't. The pawn push. The G pawn. Pushes. B pawn pushes.
Well, it's a pin. So what do? We can't protect. So we can capture. Well, he can. Well, no.
So if you go back a few moves.
That was a mistake then.
Yeah, so go back. You can't double up yet.
We can't double up yet because there's going to be once he did, and this is why they say, guys, if you look at Grandmaster moves, the moment a rook is aiming at the king or aiming at the queen,
just
not even a pin
away.
They move the treasure. They move the treasure away, and that's why sometimes you don't understand. Why is he moving the king? Well, because his king's in danger. The king's, there's that red light that's hitting him from long distance, and so he wants to get out of there. Of course, this guy goes here. The bishop just retreats. No big deal. Attack on the bishop. Hey, you can take my bishop all day long if you want to. I think here now the move is here, and of course he goes there, and of course maybe we go to check. He's got to go here, and maybe we'll retreat or whatever, or we just simply capture the pawn. Because look, we're threatening check here anyway. Does that make sense?
Difficult to look at. Yikes.
Yeah. It's getting ugly for him. All right. Hey, watch out for the pin. Yeah. Okay, Alan's back. Hey, Mr. Allen is back, and Brian says, it's back position. Okay, black to it's white to move. What is the move here? Oh, this one's easy. Come on, guys. White is going in this direction.
That's easy. Just take the bishop.
The pawn wants to go to G1. G8. That is the queening square. Yes. Who is guarding the queening square? The bishop. What is your job? A. Get rid of the attacker of the queening square. So yes. What is it? Agustin is correct here. The pawn pushes, turns that into a queen. We're controlling all of these squares. He's got to go back. And, of course, we have another check here because now we can maybe go there. He goes there. We take the pawn. We can even take it with the queen and get rid of the rook here. I wonder how many of you would take it with the queen and get rid of the rook? No, because that would separate the pawns. But would that matter? King and pawn endgames here. Would that matter? Let's say we do this. Would it matter? Yes, it would. Would it? He goes here. He captures. He goes here. We capture. Oh, it matters. Does that make sense? So, yeah, sometimes it's not a good move. So, we capture with the pawn, right? We capture with the pawn. Maybe the rook moves maybe there. I don't know. So what's the move here? Push the pawn or a queen. Queen attacks, right? Because he's got to go here to protect. And of course, there's the threat of mate. And he's got to protect that little square. So what do we do now? What's the move? I still take it. Brian says, yeah, I think I would too. You know, it's just better play on it. But look at this position. We got the rook as a hostage on that square.
You got to play check. Rook check.
Right? Right? So what do we do?
You have to play rook check. There's nothing else you can do.
Well, yeah. So do we go here?
No, you can't.
No. So what's the move? If we go here, he's going to go there, and we can't sneak back in, right?
Nope.
So what can we do? Why don't we just attack the rook? Or no, we can just move forward, right? We can just move forward. If he goes check, we can move forward, and he doesn't have any more checks. He's got to come back. We sneak in, right? He goes check. We sneak in. He goes check. Can we go here? Can we block with the queen?
No.
Why not?
Because pawn takes.
Pawn takes?
And then it's a draw.
It's a draw, yeah. If it was 2 pawns, it would be good. So no, that's no good then. So no. All of those are bad moves then. So he goes here. What do we need to do? We can't give up the queen, right? So maybe the queen just goes back and protects the pawn, and let's see what happens, right? Maybe the king goes here, and now we can start attacking.
Yeah.
Or actually, we go here because now we can go after this pawn. And he's got to go here. And in that position, then we check him. Or actually, better yet, check him here. Oh, look at this. Right? A lot of times in positions like this, you just got to let your player breathe a little bit. You know, pushes. He goes here. We go here. I think that's probably the best move. Right? And then, of course, he backs up. And we move the king in. And he doesn't have any checks.
Yep. No flamingo for you.
He goes here, we go there, and it's over, Daddy. It's over. He goes back, and of course, to that we can go here.
No, check.
No, we don't check yet, right?
No, what you do? No push.
We get close.
No, Ray, go back. A6, Queen A6.
All right, yeah, with the idea of going here, and here, and here.
Yeah.
And he is in. If he goes here, let's say he goes here, then we have the check. He's got a block with this guy. We can capture, right? We can capture this time. He goes here, we go check. He goes here, and we have the win because the pawn's going to march in. Control the queen in square, and here it is. The king leads, and checkmate in, what, 8 or something? He goes, let's say he goes here. We just go maybe here, a knight move away, and we're cool. And what do we do? Maybe the check, because we're controlling all of these. He goes there. King comes closer, and it's cool here. Opposition, check like a rook. He goes there. Two lines between the kings. The king attacks like a knight. And we're controlling this, and this. He goes there. There's the check. We're controlling all of these.
Yeah, but he's gonna go to the corner.
He goes to the corner. No, that's okay. It's over.
And then,
right? Does that make sense? All right. You know what? Brian had one here. Let's see. Brian had a puzzle here. I'm gonna put Brian's puzzle here. And let's see where that goes. Too bad Brian couldn't be with us, but maybe next time, Brian. Maybe next time you could be with us. I think it was something with definitely your internet, because you were coming in, and
yeah, something with his internet. Yeah,
it had to be the internet. All right, so let me show you this puzzle that Brian sent. He sent me a couple of them. So let's see what we got. This one is actually a little bit hard here. Which one is this? Which analyze board is this? Let's see here. No, not that one. It's this one. Yeah, here you go. All right. So Brian sent me this puzzle here. All right. So what do you guys think about this puzzle here? What do you think here? Hey, Silvia, ¿qué tal? Argentina, ¿cómo te va? Man, this was a hard one. This is actually
actually, no, it's not, isn't it? Ooh.
It is a hard one. It is a hard one. Brian said so too. It's kind of tricky.
Okay,
it's kind of tricky, but it's pure. It's actually pure tactics, guys. Here, but I was considering capturing the knight.
Yeah, but you can't because of the stupid bishop. That bishop's in the way.
Right, and then I was considering maybe the knight check here.
Yeah. Ooh.
And then of course we have the queen takes, and so Brian set this one up. And but this is the move that I was considering, quite frankly. And Agustin agrees with me. Agustin.
Oh, right, because bishop takes that rook takes.
Bishop takes, and then what's the move here?
Rook takes pawn.
Rook takes pawn, right? Rook takes pawn because the queen can't take because the queen is pinned, right?
Right.
Now the queen can take the queen,
but
right?
then it's
the queen can take the queen. Right now, this is where I kind of didn't agree with it because then you wind up losing this, right?
No, but you have to play the check first before.
All right, so let's go check here. Bishop takes, right?
Rook takes.
Rook takes. Of course, let's look at this. If he takes here, then we have this check, and that's why he's going over it. And now if he goes here, then we have this check, right? And then of course he's got to block this diagonal, so he's got this, right? He's got this, and of course you have that, right? And of course, what else can happen here? Then of course you have push, but I don't think that's the line, Brian. I don't know where you got. Brian says wrong. What's the answer, Brian? No, I think this is the best move. I think, quite frankly, I think that's the best move, but. Because there is a checkmate here, unless Brian, what you did is you accidentally put the bishop in the wrong place. But yeah, bishop takes, or maybe this pawn's not here. If this pawn's not here, then maybe the rook could come in. Maybe there's a Brian. Okay, Brian says the queen takes. We took the bishop takes back, right? The bishop takes back, right? And then the queen to a3. Okay. So he goes here with the queen to a3, escaping from the attack, and you're attacking the bishop. Okay, because if the bishop moves, there's the checkmate. Because of this. Okay, Brian. Okay, you got us. Okay. Well, actually, you know what? I do remember solving it this way. Because look at this. The pawn pushes. Look at this. Is so cute. This is what happens. The pawn pushes. The queen is protecting. What do you think is the move here? This is gonna kill you. Here comes another sacrifice, and the sacrifice is with the rook, with the idea of mate here. And of course, if the bishop takes, then we have checkmate down there. So he takes. This guy takes. The queen comes all the way across the board. The pawn pushes up. And of course, this is the move. So what do we do now? Because we're threatening mate here at some point, right? So what is the move here? All right, queen to c5. And we're also threatening queen to c5 here with the queen block and here attack as well. Yeah. Does that make sense? So you have all of those moves here, but you couldn't do the queen c5 until you got rid of the pawn, and so that's the reason why. And so you're threatening the mate here, right? Because let's say he does this, you have that, and he's got a block, and there's the checkmate. So that's the threat, all of that. This is kind of pretty cool, right? So he's got to figure out, how am I going to protect? So let's say he puts the knight here, Brian. What is the move now? We're blocking here. So we can still go check, right? We can
no, not quite.
No.
You play queen check on the diagonal.
Queen check right here. And we got him here, and we got him here. The crisscross checkmate. The queen has to block, and we got the check. Good one, Brian. Good one. This would be a good one for a lesson, too. This would be a good one because it's fun, and there's a lot of tactics in there, right? All right, man. So, guys, how are we doing on time? Are we even on? Yeah, we're on, right? So, guys, let me stop sharing. Oop, no, not stop camera, but stop sharing, and there we go, guys. Man, it was great evening. Too bad Brian couldn't join us.
Yes, too bad.
Too bad, man. I have more. Yes, you know, but it's cool, man. It's cool. That's what we are about. You know, just playing some puzzles, and then from the puzzles, maybe going into some chess theory and some end game skills and that kind of deal. Because it's all about the tactics, man. You know, yeah, you can play with your buddy, but man, until you start studying the different parts of the game, you're not going to get any stronger. You must study the end game. You must study tactics. You must study, you know, opening lines. You must study king and pawn end games. I mean, boring, but man, king and pawn end games. You get in a situation where it's got to be a king and pawn type of situation. Do I move the king? Do I not? You know, that kind of deal. And so you got to know these things, you know. And I'm losing Coach Dave there, but guys, see Coach Dave's coming back or not?
There you go.
Any last words, Coach Dave?
End games are important. Just make it short and sweet. End games are important. Short and sweet.
All right, and I'll remind you guys. You want to go
Actually,
back
that
to the
tournament actually ended, Ray, because not enough people showed up at 8:30. I won the tournament.
Okay.
It was the first 3 rounds, but yeah.
Oh yeah, because your time up there. Yeah, that's pretty cool. All righty, guys. So Agustin, well, thank you for dropping by. Ryan, thank you for being here. Next time, maybe answer some calls. Everybody else that came in, Brian, of course, thank you for joining us, man. And maybe hopefully next time you can actually come in. There must be something, man. There's something. I don't know. You're either I don't think you're missing a step. I think you needed to allow the camera and the mic to go on. That was probably what you needed to do.
Probably what he has. I have had that problem a couple of times. It's probably all it is.
Yeah. Well, guys, we will see you next week, 7 o'clock, our chess puzzle show. Let's see who's this. Mario. Hey, Mario, how's it going? Enjoying the end game strategies. Thanks. Hey, how you doing? Hey, Alexander. I guess Alexander just got in time to say bye. Hey, we missed you today, Alexander. And I hope everything's going great for you guys over there. Take care. Here we go. And so, guys, from Coach Dave and myself, we see you next time. Play some games. He gets lots of check games. Do 100 puzzles a day. That's what Alexander does, man. So
okay,
hey, be like Alexander and do 100 puzzles a day. Bye-bye. Good night. Good evening. Bye-bye.
Adios.